Conversations. I'm Dr. Fedor, and I help you navigate college. Please remember to hit subscribe, like, and share this video with other students who might also find it helpful. Today, I have with me Giovanna Worthy, Associate Director of Student Life at American International College. Thanks for joining me, Giovanna.
Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here and I feel honored to be invited onto this platform with you.
So, you're all about student engagement. Tell me some ways that students can become engaged at college.
Well, lucky for students that are looking for ways to get involved, there are many different ways in which you can. The biggest way, and the one that I recommend to most people, because it's the easiest and most available way to get involved, is by joining a registered student organization or an RSO. RSOs are our student clubs on campus. They're funded through our Student Government Association, and our executive board and general board members will work to create events, go on team bonding activities, and getting to know each other and building a stronger sense of community within AIC, which I feel is very special. Another great way to get involved is through the work that you do. So in certain work study positions, they are focused on either helping work through events or maintaining them. And there's a good way to build a lot of rapport amongst students and amongst staff as well, which I really appreciate. And then also joining intramurals, which is run by Trent Peters, who's the assistant director for campus recreation. And he has a long list of options throughout the year for ways that students that may be interested in some type of athletic activity but not joining one of our varsity sports are they're able to stay active and make some friends throughout the year.
So that all sounds very exciting, but I have a question for you. If I'm interested in something, say maybe watching Bridgerton or something, forming a Bridgerton watch club or something, how do I go about forming a new group?
Well, first of all, let me say I would definitely join that group. I love Bridgerton.
You and I will start one.
I don't give me any ideas because I will make it happen. But I do love me some Bridgerton. It's very good. But it one of the great things about it is that if you feel like there is a group that is underrepresented or that there are activities, some type of formal group that you feel like is not represented at AIC, or just like a type of activity that isn't covered in intramurals or RSOs, you have the opportunity to form an organization on campus. And while it seems like a lot at first, it's actually fairly simple. So, one of the first things that you will do is email me and set up a meeting with me at my email. It's a regular old AIC email, nothing fancy about it, giovannaworthy@aic.edu. And we'll meet and you'll talk to me a little bit about what RSO you want to make and what exactly you want that group to entail. Like, what is the goal of this group? Why do you feel like it's necessary on campus? And why you think it will add to the AIC community. Once I get an idea of what you're looking for, I'll be able to talk to you about your next steps. And that'll be including forming an interest group, which is about 10 members or more, if you can find some, that will be interested in taking part in your RSO group. Now, once you have your interested members, you'll hold an interest meeting where you'll establish an executive board, determine what that executive board looks like. So, what we normally do is expect students to have like a president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer, like a skeleton crew of a executive board. However, if you feel like you need to switch up your executive board, so let's say you don't feel like you're going to need a secretary, but you'll need a social media person, then you can switch that out and create an executive board that fits your RSO better. Once you do that, you'll be able to fill out the Constitution, which means that you'll fill out a mission statement and go over policies and procedures within your RSO. Once that's complete, you'll set another meeting up with me and we will schedule a meeting with the Student Government Association where you will make your case to SGA about why you feel that your RSO should be approved to join the registered organizations on campus. And if SGA approves that, then you're all set to go. You're a fully recognized RSO on campus, and you'll be able to apply for funding like the other RSOs.
So the SGA is kind of like going in front of the ton and getting approval for what you
Yes,
what you want to do.
exactly. It's meeting with
You're the
Queen
queen,
Charlotte, if you
Giovanna,
will.
since you're the queen of student engagement, I have a question for you. Is
Yes.
it possible for students to be too engaged?
Oh my God. Yes. I mean, of course there's always the struggle or the possibility of a student having burnout. I get that
Yeah.
I mean, I do it for a living, so I love getting involved with the RSOs and seeing all of the amazing creative events and ideas and trips that they plan together and really seeing AIC come together as a community. And this is something I struggled with in college as well, so it's definitely not anything new. Once sometimes if you put your hands in too many groups or activities, you'll find yourself getting burnout, not just within the organization, but with your classes, with your personal life. If you have family and friends off campus that you want to make time for, that can prove to be difficult as well. If you have a job off campus, that can also be difficult. And while I love seeing students get involved in as many ways as they do, we are a college, so of course classes come first. But the good thing is we have a great team behind us. So if you start to feel yourself getting burned out, you can meet with me or one of our other staff members or even the Dexter Counseling Center and just talk about maybe how you're feeling and what would be some of the ways to work around that. I always tell students when they're working with me that if they need to take a break or that they need some time away from an organization, even if it's just for a week or so, like not going to a meeting for a week, if you tell me in advance, I'm more than happy to work with you to make sure that we don't get to that point where you are feeling burnt out and not able to contribute on a larger scale to your RSO.
So that's good advice, Giovanna. So lastly, do you have any advice for first year students?
Yes, I do. So one of the things that I hear all the time from our orientation leaders is to make the most of your first year on campus because it's only as good as you make it. Now there are some things that students can avoid like your required classes or as some of whether or not you vibe with a class or with a professor or anything like that. But within like the extracurriculars, this is supposed to be a fun way to get involved on campus. And so maybe one group that you thought you would enjoy isn't exactly what you're looking for, but another group is. I encourage you to reach out and find ways to get involved with those organizations as much as you feel is appropriate with the schedule that you have. We have a lot of great events that encourage students to learn more about organizations and get involved. So we have the engagement fair that happens the second Wednesday of every semester. This year, we're hoping with the weather, if the weather's good, we'll be able to have it on the main quad, and you'll get to meet all of the RSO leaders and learn more about all the organizations we have available on campus. You can also, we'll have some RSOs doing their own tabling outside of the engagement fair as an opportunity to meet students one on one in a less crowded situation. So there will be plenty of opportunities to get to meet some of our established student leaders on campus and find ways to get involved as well. And if that all seems overwhelming and you rather have a one on one conversation with somebody, send me an email or send the advisor of that organization an email and we can talk through the different RSOs that are available or the different intramurals that are available and find ways that you think would suit you best.
Thank you so much, Giovanna. You are the queen of student engagement, and we are looking forward to having a very busy fall. Once again, thanks for joining us on College Conversations. Please remember to hit subscribe, like, and remember to keep learning.